Hi everyone, Panda here. Welcome to episode 1, I guess, of Project Panda in Victoria. Today we're going to do two things. So I've called about probably 30 youth places and people that work with at-risk youth and youth that struggle with addiction and loads of other options. And two that we're going to work with today. So one is a place they're called drop-in centers. These really helped me when I was young, and they're just a really good thing. Usually it's like a center, maybe like a PCYC or something along those lines, where youth can just come in. They're open from say 9 to 5 or 9 till 7. And if you're an at-risk youth or someone that's going through a bit, you can just sort of drop in, hang out. They'll have games and pool tables and whatever else. So found two places. One, they work with kids that are a little bit younger. And they work with kids aged from about the 8 range to about 13, and then after 14 you usually go into like a different kind of system. But yeah, so they work with kids from the ages of 8 to 13. We're going to go and buy them a bunch of toys and whatever else we can find today while I'm out. And then the second place is another reach out center, and what they are is they're a drop-in center for kids to come in, and every Tuesday they run a video game night. So I can't think of anything better to work with. Had a conversation with the guy Mark today that runs it, and yeah, so they've got a PS4 and they have switches. So they've got a switch. I'm actually charging my switch, and I'm thinking next week I might go and give them my switch because I just don't use it, to be honest. So yeah, gonna buy a bunch of games to Switch, gonna buy a bunch of games for PS4 as well today. So that's the thing, and let's do it.
Alright, so first things first, we're gonna start looking for stuff for the gaming night for the kids. So I couldn't think of a better place than JB Hi-Fi and EV Games. So I think pre-owned is gonna be the way to go. So let's go. So when I spoke to them, they had a PlayStation 4 and a Nintendo Switch. I'm going to look for second-hand games. They said PG and under only. When I spoke to the guy Mark that runs this place, they said no violence in the games. I don't know what that means for stuff like this. Lego. So we'll get a couple of them and we'll see. So we have about a budget of about $1,000 for each place today. So I'm just trying to get as many games as I can. I don't think the kids will care if the games are old. June seems to disagree from behind the camera. I think it'd be better to buy mass games than what it would to buy new release ones. I feel like it'd be a bit silly to buy like, I don't know, an $89 game rather than buying like 5 or 6 $28 games. Yeah. Alright, so we're about $730 down at EV, but I reckon we go and look at JB, because again, this place that we're going to for the games outreach place, they specifically just wanted PS4 and Switch games. So I'm just going to go heavy on the games, maybe a couple of accessories, and then the other place that we're helping out today needs toys and stuff like that. So here we go. Okay, we're at JB. It looks like they've got a lot of games on sale for 2 for $30, but again, it has to be very PG and it can't have violence. So we're gonna get, I feel like that's not the play. I don't feel like kids these days are gonna listen to ABBA. Mortal Kombat, that's not much violence, is it? My universe, my baby. No? I thought that was a good buy. Next shop I wanted to go to is Rebel Sport. So I think for the youth centre, for the kids that are aged between 8 and 13, I think stuff like not tennis balls, basketballs, soccer balls, AFL balls, all that sort of stuff will be really good for them. So let's go see what we can get for a reasonable price. June just suggested that I buy the 8 to 13-year-olds a dartboard. Alright, next step is Kmart. So still looking for game stuff, but more importantly looking for toys and stuff like that. The ranges of the kids is 8 to 13. So Bluey and SpongeBob, I don't. Alright, let's go. anyone has a 8 to 13-year-old, would probably appreciate help with what the hell is cool anymore. Because I think this is cool. Tech decks. But are they still cool? Enchanto. Is that it? Is that? I don't think that's it, right? It's that. They try to swindle me. This looks like a lot of fun for the staff to clean up. So, yes. Great. We found the kids' young Lego section. We've spent about 1,400. I just called one of the places because I wanted to buy like skateboards and stuff like that as well, but they said that can be a bit of a liability for them, so which makes sense for like scooters and skateboards and kids get hurt. So gonna look at more board games. It's quite hard to find toys for girls. June was saying that maybe we should try and find more stuff for girls, so we're just trying to find the appropriate things. So we're in an area called Drummond Street Services Place. They're a drop-in centre for kids for the ages of 8 to 13, I think. But we've got a fair bit. All the receipts and stuff are in the bag, so just in case there's anything they can't use, they can take it back. But let's go. So we just dropped off a bunch of stuff to Drummond Street Services. They also own a thing called Queer Space, and I think this is theirs as well. But long story short, we had a conversation with the CEO and we spoke to someone else about working more with them a lot more. They seem super excited. So they don't look after this area. I was a little concerned because since we got here, it's a very bougie area. But no, they actually work with a lot of the community housing and work with the kids that are sort of, in their words, maybe a little bit too much trouble for after school care. So they sit down and have a safe space for these kids to hang out and all those types of things. So super excited. It looks like exactly what I'm after. They want me to go down and talk about cyberbullying and, you know, maybe even the opposite side of that. If you're not someone that's getting cyberbullied, if you are one of the kids that's doing the cyberbullying, people don't understand, or a lot of these kids don't understand that that has long-term effects as well. So they're going to get me down to speak to them. I'm talking about gaming and what I do. Let's go. Second area for today. So we're in an area called Prahran. I don't think they look after kids in this area. I think the kids get taken here from my understanding. But once a week they have a games night in this area. So we went and spent about 750 bucks on games. The bulk of it, honestly, they said that they owned a PS4 and a Switch. I assume it's a couple of Switches, probably a couple of PS4s. They didn't ask for controllers, they didn't ask for anything like that, so I just did games. Yeah. So let's go drop these off, and I kept the receipts just in case they've got the games, they can take them back and all that sort of stuff. So let's go. So I just finished up talking to a guy named Mark. He works at this place, the Prahran Place, but they have a games night, like I was saying. So once a week they have a games night. We went and dropped off about $750 worth of stuff to them. It seems really positive. Same thing as the last place. They're super keen, super excited. They're like, this is very rare. Not many people just want to come in and help out for free and come and do this sort of stuff. So I'm super glad. So moving forward, they're going to email us about getting me to come in on those games nights, maybe talk to the kids about what I do and where I started and how they can get into streaming, how they can get into stuff like this. So yeah, that's great. Hey everyone, back home now. I thought I'd make a video just to sort of wrap up the day of why days like today are so important. So if you don't know, we went to 2 centres today, gave them a bunch of stuff, but the more important part is we had conversations with the people that work there. The first place we went to, we actually had a conversation with the CEO, the person that runs it. They seemed super interested, super keen to have us in to work with the kids, which is perfect, right? The second place, they wanted to make sure I've got my Working with Children card, which I've already organised. I got it, it's in my pocket. So yeah, they can get us straight in to be working and talking with these kids during their gaming nights and stuff like that. So that's sort of the reason why, sort of raising these funds and then getting these like bulk donations and going down, hanging out with them. It sort of gives us this sort of face front to front value, they can sort of hear what I'm about and where I sort of come from. And I think today went really well. It's the first episode or first sort of session of us doing the Project Panda stuff a little bit more serious since I've been in Victoria. So I hope you guys got as much out of this as I did. Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see more, if you'd like the videos a little bit more structured, if you'd like to see more out of them or whatever else, please let me know. This is the very first one, so we're open to ideas. I appreciate you all. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Peace. I'll see you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I think we're going to focus more on the backpacks a little bit and maybe go and have a talk with the company as well. Bye.